Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 105 AM Milli 47. It's the French Tier 4 SPG and it's located on the south spawn of Cliff under the command of ForkU2. Yes, it's another of my replays, I'm afraid. One of my alter egos. It's the 105mm armed Arty, designed in 1947. And put together by AMX, but wasn't accepted by the French military. It's probably the first typical French Arty you actually come across in the game. It's got a very low trajectory, but pretty accurate gun, but doesn't do a huge amount of damage. And battle has started. Now I'm moving off to a position slightly to the west. Looks like I'm going to go behind these bushes and fire from there, and it looks like I'm aiming straight away for the hill, which is what I would normally do. Try and hit any enemy tank that tries to make it up to the top of the hill to the lighthouse, and I'm pre-aiming in on a spot just ahead of the path. We should spot him in advance, and then I can put a round into him as soon as he gets onto the path. Say the alpha damage for this particular gun is 410, penetration of 27mm, so you'd need to get fairly lightly armored tank in order to actually put a round through them, but it can do a considerable amount of damage if you do. There's a Covenanter, tier 4 British light tank. I fire the round in and direct hit wipes him out. 340 hit points, first kill to me. So if you get the right tank, you can take it out, and I just did. Okay, we've got a Leopard. Now that's a tier 5 German light tank. Fire around at him and he pulls away, but the shell lands exactly where he was, so it would have been dangerous for him if it actually had struck. Okay, we've got a T-28, which is a tier 4 Soviet medium, and he's gone, and that's a one-shot kill. 350 hit points, wiped him out completely. Just goes to show, if you dial in on the target, you get it right, you can wipe them out. In with a little tier 4 Arty. Now this particular Arty shares the crew with my Fifi on this account, so this is why this crew is so much better than other tanks. You see, it's fully dialed in as I was changing the aim. Going for the M3. Hiding behind that pillar, dialing in again, fully dialed in now, and looks like our gorilla got a hit, and I took him out. Got the M3 Lee, so that's my third kill, and the battle's only been going a little time. I've got 66% of the hill kills so far. There's a 14 TP there, and I'm dialing in on him. No, can't see him. Fire the round in anyway, just in case he's there. No, he wasn't. But there's that Leopard. Almost loaded. Round out. Oh, he took it. He hit. It hit. He swallowed it. He won't be a happy bunny. Yes, he's lost a lot of hit points. He's only got 75 left. I fire another round in, and yes, that's the end of him. 75 hit points, and that's my fourth kill. Right, T80. Marking my target. Fires the round in, and no, it's going to be too late. He pulled away. I didn't anticipate he was going to pull away though, but he did. They're retreating because they're losing badly at the moment. They're 4 tanks down. I'm trying to lead him a long way ahead, and oh, that was just a little too much, little lead there. He went past before the shell arrived, and looks like that 14 TP did absorb one shell as he went unsighted. There's the T80 again. Can't get shots on him, but the 14 TP, he's stationary at the moment, and he's now dead. Now I'm looking for targets. You can see the maximum range. It's not quite the full extent of the map, the AMX 105. I can certainly hit that Excelsior though. Fires around at him and oh, just lands in front of him. He's still there taking fire. I've marked the spot. And you can see shells are going into that spot, so I think he's still there. Yes, he is still there. And it looks like he's pulled away now because there he is. He moved just a little. Round out. Should be a kill shot. No! Oh, it fell short. RNG wasn't kind to me there. Okay, the Excelsior's down. We are now 6 tanks ahead of the enemy. This almost looks like a certain win. Well, you'd think so, but maybe not. Unfortunately, my team does a very, very bad thing, and you're about to see everything that happens. They are now getting wiped out like crazy. The enemy team has managed to claw back 3 tanks, 4 tanks. We're now only 2 ahead. 1 ahead. I'm relocating now because I'm a bit worried about what's going on. The Birch gun's firing. Now we're even. And the enemy's now got 1 tank ahead of us. So from going 6 down, and now they're 2 tanks ahead of us. Right, we've spotted an Su-85 up on top of the cliff. It looks like the team that went round the other side of the hill and the ones that went up the West Passage, they've just been wiped out. I find a spot where the Su-85 was. No, no joy. So I'm going to have to take a defensive position. I've got a Gorilla over here, but I think he's an AFK. I'm going into the bushes. And we're now down by, what is it? 2 tanks we're down. This is absolutely dreadful. We were so far ahead that it was an almost certain win, and then they just YOLO'd their way into the enemy and got wiped out. I'm firing at the position where the T-80 was last seen. No, I don't think they're there anymore. I've still got plenty of ammo to play with, but no, I don't think that T-80's there anymore. So I'm going to relocate. I've got to go defensive now because I'm pretty certain that the enemy is going to make tracks into this area. And so I've got to try and take them out as much as I can. The Gorilla's going to have to be my spotter. I'm thinking for a second. Oh, right, the T-80's come into sight. Trying to line up a shot on him, but he's now gone unsighted again. The Excelsior was wiped out by the Su-85B. So now it's 3 Arty against 3 Arty, 2 tank destroyers and a light tank. Well, the only thing I can do now is go defensive. And I'm going to go over into this bush over here, which is where they would not expect me to be, and try and fire on them as they come into sight. Okay, so I'm pre-aiming at the West Passage, expecting some of them to appear in that direction. The Gorilla's going to spot for me. Hasn't got a great spotting range, the Gorilla, but at least it's better than nothing. He is AFK, so there's nothing I can do. He is spotting for me, but he's going to get wiped out very shortly as soon as the enemy do find out where he is. All I can do is put shells into the enemy as they appear. The Birch gun's moving up to the front of the cap area. There's the T-80. Line up a shot on him. Fires around in, and 1 shot kill. 146 on the move. No problem. Right, so this is the first one. I'm reloading. That's the other thing about the AMX 105 AM Milli 47. It does have a fairly quick reload. Say 10.5 centimeter gun, which is very, very effective. Right, we're expecting another tank to come through. They obviously saw that T-80 get wiped out, so they're being a bit cautious now. But I'm looking around about the view range of the Gorilla. Their Arties are a Birch gun, an M37 and a Gorilla. There's the Gorilla. Okay, line up the shot and round out. And I hit him. 159 hit points. He suddenly realised, oops, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. He knows where I am, but he can't see me. So he's gone behind the rock. And of course our gorilla, who's not firing, who's AFK, is spotting for us. So the moment he moves out from behind that rock, he's going to get absolutely wiped out. Here he comes. He just tried to tempt me to shoot. He knows I've got a fairly... Well, it's a good reload, but it's not quick enough that I could get another round off before he got to the next cover point, which will be that rock just ahead of him. Round out. That's a kill shot. So that's my 6 kills. That's a Top Gun. At least I've got the satisfaction of knowing that I killed 6 of them. Oh, the M37 worked out where I was. I suspect that gorilla passed the information on to the M37 after he was killed to say, oh, he's over in the bushes. He must have been looking for my shell, spotted the shell, the tracer, and dialed in to kill me. So the Su-85B, the gorilla's been, our birch gun's been wiped out. The gorilla's about to be found by the Su-85. Yep, he's just behind. There he is. They're about to win the game. There's the Su-85. I don't think he's located the gorilla yet. There's 2 Su-85Bs on the enemy team. I suspect that the one that we're looking at right now is the one with 7 kills, the one that's in the cap area. Okay, he's capping. Okay, no, he's decided not to cap. I think they know where he is now. They may have worked it out. Or are they looking for him? No, they're looking for him. That's why. And there's the Su-85B. He's coming this way. He'll proxy spot him as soon as he gets close enough. And that'll be game over. Looking in all the hiding places that he could possibly be in the bushes. He'll notice these bushes over here and then he'll come straight towards them. Yep, here we go. And he puts 1 round into the gorilla. 1 more be enough. Oh, mucks it up. And then he gets it with that shot. Game over. Despite what I did, I just couldn't win for them. And here's the end of battle results. Well, it was an ace tanker, and it was the first ace tanker I had on this account for the AMX 105 AM Milli 47. As you can see there with the reef underneath. I got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 13. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. And a Top Gun for getting 6 kills. And I could have done some more if that M37 hadn't worked out where I was. But I couldn't keep moving because I didn't know where the enemy was spotting from, you see. If I tried to reposition from the position I was in, I'm pretty sure that the Su-85s would have been sitting on top of the cliff and they would have spotted me immediately. I think there was one Su-85 on the cliff above me, and therefore the moment I moved they would have got me, they would have nailed me. But at least I got 2 awards and the ace tanker out of it, and a win rate of 9167. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, 1,492 hit points of damage. I certainly got the highest amount of damage in that battle. Next highest score was the Su-85B on our team with 1,430. And then we've got the Su-85Bs on the enemy team with 933 and 885. When it came to kills, it was definitely me who managed to get the highest amount on my team, 6 kills, but the Su-85B on the enemy team managed to get 7. He was the one who was killing all of our team as they were coming around the cliff edge, and that's what caused us to lose the game. It was this guy who was shooting them all, and he was teamed up with that Su-85B who managed to get the kill on the griller at the end. He got 2 kills and 885 hit points of damage. When it came to actually base XP, I managed to get 472, but the Su-85Bs together, they managed to get 840 and 683. So they were the ones who actually won the battle for the enemy team, and their Su-85B got that Top Gun as well. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, I fired 21 rounds during the battle. I got 9 direct hits, 9 penetration, 2 splash, damage of 1,492 hit points, all at 300 meters. I received 1 hit, 1 penetration from the M37. I also received 2 hits as a result of splash damage. I spotted 7 enemy vehicles, damaged 6 of them. And on a premium count, I earned 22,784 credits. I got 3,909 credits for the Courageous Resistance, and that brought up a total of 26,693. After repair and ammunition resupply, I took away 22,680 credits. I received 2 bonds, one for the Top Gun, one for the high caliber, 708 XP, 421 for the Courageous Resistance, brought up a total 1,129 experience points altogether. And as I said, there's only so much you can do if your team decides to go willy-nilly into the jaws of the enemy and get completely wiped out. I did as much as I could to stay alive as long as I could to take out as many enemy that came towards our cap, but eventually it was going to be a loss because there was just too many of them for me to deal with. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.